Live from the VIP lounge at the Russell in downtown Hartford, Connecticut. Welcome to the Chat It Up Show!
Hi,
My name's Jessi McCauley.
I'm Naisha McCauley, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
Alright, welcome to the Chat It Up Show. Of course, we're going to do the scoop, fashion, arts, culture, and entertainment. We have a lot of things. Of course, I'm wearing my Santa hat. This is fashion for the day. We are excited to see you guys. It's Christmas time. I'm going to see what my homegirl, Boogie Doogie Down, Tunil, has planned for Christmas this time.
Is that her nickname now?
It's her nickname, Boogie Boogie Down.
My nickname's now Boogie
Down.
Down. Thank you. I'm excited for Christmas. My Christmas is going to be pretty quiet, pretty laid back.
Okay, you said that for Thanksgiving.
No,
So
you
I guess
understand.
every holiday is quiet and relaxed. So
Well,
what do
okay.
you do? What's fun? Gonna cook some rice and peas, some jerk chicken, some
Jerk chicken? No. Not on my
Curry
Christmas.
goat.
Absolutely not. Curry goat, yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely curry goat. Ham, curry shrimp is always on the table. That's a favorite of mine. Need it, have to have it.
Gotta have it.
So yeah, and I'm the dessert person. I will be baking for Christmas. So
Oh, what can you bake?
anything, everything. It's not hard to bake. Throw all the ingredients in a bowl, mix, pour it in the pan, boom, baked.
Well, of course, I just have I would be relaxing. No, just like
Jessie's
really.
job is to eat on Christmas. That's Jessie's job, to eat.
Well,
Okay.
2017, I am going out with a bang. I'll be eating and more eating and drinking water.
Because water has a cherry in the bottom. Water.
It does. Well, listen. So I hope you guys are planning to have a festive Christmas and holiday, and we're gonna go to some scoops. So some craziness happened over the past few days, right? We have a new Senate in Alabama.
Yes.
So let's talk about him. So of course, I guess the one who lost was a pervert or something like that. What was he?
He was a pedophile,
Pedophile, right.
apparently. He was a pedophile.
Allegedly.
You love that word, allegedly.
They don't want to be sued, allegedly.
So, let me tell y'all about the time that black women saved your lives, okay? So, as per usual, here we swooped in and saved your life, giving you the majority of the vote, which is the reason why the right man won, okay?
I'm really excited. Like, the black people went out and vote. And
First of all, oh my gosh, I can't remember who it was. What political figure it is. No, what political figure it is who tweeted today saying that, like, he heard that allegedly, I'll use your word, allegedly, black people were coming from the border of Mississippi and bordering states or whatever to vote.
Nonsense. Well,
Absolute
if they were, they're from Alabama. Doesn't matter. I'm going back to vote so that we can have a Democrat in again. Nothing against you, I solemnly swear.
Listen, either way, the right man won. So, happy Kwanzaa. Thank you.
So, of course, we want to give you what's trending and all of that, what's happening out there. But as you know, I love Auntie Riri. I love
course.
Bad Girl Riri. That's her name on Instagram, by the way. So, as you know, a few days or weeks ago was Barbados' independence, and
Yes.
she is Rihanna, and she is from Barbados. She's now coming out with what Tunil likes is lip gloss or lipsticks, or she's always want to know if her lip is popping.
Yes,
So,
you know about her line, Fenty Beauty, of course.
Right.
And so she's coming out with these new line of lipsticks. Oh my goodness, is it called? One called Galaxy. One is another one with the matte. That's matte. And you know, matte is all the rage right now, ladies, because you know it stays on for a long time. It doesn't easily rub off. So you can wear it for hours and hours. So and then it doesn't have that really bright, shiny sheen. Like it's a nice, good color, but it's matte. It's not shiny. So
what do you mean matte? Like floor matte?
Excuse this man.
It's like matte. It's like matte. What kind of matte?
It's matte. It's a smooth,
not
glossy finish.
Okay.
That's what
so it's in between gloss and.
No, it's not no type of gloss.
So it's like a flat. So if I go to the store and buy a paint, I say, can I get the flat? Would I say matte or flat?
I don't know about paint to see.
Because you get the glossy, you get the flat, no sheen. So
sure, I guess. Yes, we'll equate it to painting terms. Yes.
We don't know the matte and
this
the flat.
man does not know.
Works, but
yes. So absolutely. I mean, of course, all things fabulous are Rihanna. So also big ups to her. We didn't get to mention this on the show a couple weeks ago,
right?
But really proud of her because during that independence celebration, while she was home, a street was named after her in her honor. So
yes,
big ups to Riri. Go ahead with your Rihanna drive. Now I have to go to Barbados because I gotta go sit down on Rihanna's old stoop and what she said in the Instagram caption. I gotta go braid hair and stuff on her stoop. And listen, I just love her. She's just so down to earth, so humble, and she looked like a kid in a candy store when she was there during her street naming ceremony. So very happy for her.
Well, yeah, of course, your president, Mr. Trump, and our very good friend, Anderson Cooper, were having a rage over Twitter about some tweet. Of course. So, as you know, the Twitter king himself, but allegedly it was not. Tweeted by Mr. Cooper, it was his assistant who tweeted that, what did he call it? Bastard or something? What did he call him?
I'm drawing a blank.
Yes.
Did he call? No, I don't think he called him a bastard, but he called him somewhere along the lines of like oh gosh, was it bastard?
I think he said now you voted for this whatever bastard, or I don't remember, something like that, but allegedly, so I don't know.
I'm drawing a blank because we just talked about this. We talked about this on our radio show. Of course, we have the Energy the Chatted Up radio show on Energy Radio, and so this is a hot topic for us. This went on for quite a bit.
Yes.
But apparently Anderson Cooper's Twitter was hacked by some old employee or something like that, and so the employee took the chance to use that
opportunity.
That opportunity of having Anderson Cooper's Twitter alive. He could have said follow me. He could have done whatever he wanted to do, but he decided instead to insult the president. So, hey, I can't say that it was a bad use of opportunity. Sir, whatever floats your boat.
So, earlier on the news about this Baltimore shooting, so there's this rage out there, we need to take away these guns and from these idiots. So there was a crazy shooting out there while shooting in Baltimore of this man with cops and stuff. So they don't know if he was firing shot, or the shot was fired from the cops and all that craziness. So I don't know, since 5 years ago, the shooting in our state here with the kids, Sandy Hook. Ever since then, we still have idiots walking around with guns, not sure what to do with it. If you want to shoot an animal to eat, then fine. But don't wildly go around in public and shooting and acting as if you have no sense, because clearly you don't know what to do with it. So what are your take on gun control and what we're doing right now at the moment with this gun foolishness?
I mean, I definitely feel like there's a way for us to have a better handle on these things without restricting our right to bear arms. That's a constitutional right. I'm not saying let's take it away. It's our constitutional right. Everyone has the right to bear arms. And I can't say that that's wrong or right. I don't have a firearm. I personally am not a fan of guns. I don't want to hold one. I don't want to own one. I'm fine with that. But I can respect other people's right to having one. And I don't want to change that. I know that's, that's a fundamental right for a lot of people in this country. The fact that they're able to have one to either protect themselves or for hobby and sport, whatever fun they find in it. I don't want to change that. But I do want to change the way that we go out and we use them, okay? I want to change how accessible they are. It should be more difficult to own a gun. I think we should crack down more on illegal usage of guns and illegal possession of guns. That's number one. I definitely feel like that, and I think
where
that
the guns from? I'm like, they just go to the pawn shop and just collect it? I don't know. Like, why would you sell somebody a gun? And of course, somebody have to sell the bullet too. The person, that's the people we need to get rid of.
I wouldn't say get rid of. Again,
Because
I can't say that
if
you don't have
proper
the
documentation
right.
to own this gun, why are you selling this person?
Exactly, but in certain cases, like I remember, oh gosh, was it the Sandy Hook, Sandy Hook shooter? His mom purchased the gun for him because she felt like he really wanted it, and she was afraid of how he would react not having it.
Right.
So she purchased it for him. So did he necessarily have the proper documentation, the license and everything? No, but there he was with it. And so I think there need to be more strict rules around how we can have these firearms in the home as well, because there needs to be some type of agreement, protocol, something like that says, there are rules in place as to where and how we can have them. Because even still, I know you're allowed to carry it on your person,
right.
But I feel like that rule applies to some people and doesn't necessarily apply to others. Because you can be a license holding or a permit holding carrier, but if you have a certain look, or the police, deem you to be threatening from however far away from them you are, you showing them, even reaching to show them that you have it on you, can get you shot at. And so, and we've seen it time and time again, where someone was a licensed carrier of a gun and went to show the police, oh hey, I have one, and instead ended up being, a murder victim. So.
All right, well, hey, we're going to take control on a quick break. You're watching Chat Up. We'll be right back.
Different definition of beauty.
Are back with the Chat It Up show, of course, here at the Russell in Hartford, Connecticut, and we have none other than the awesome designer, Miss Lyric Miller, aka Nerdy Chic, in the house with us. Hi. Lyric, welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I know that we met you at Destiny Tennille's Fight for Fashion event. How did it feel to be a part of that event?
Well, it was just amazing. It was a really good show. It was very professional. And I've been to a lot of fashion shows, so just to see, I think that was her first fashion show she's done for herself.
Yes, putting it on, producing it, absolutely.
Really professional. It was really nice. Most organized fashion show I've been to.
Now we really appreciate that coming from you. You are seeing correctly. If she looks really young, it's because she is really young. Right. I know usually you don't ask a lady their age, but could you tell our viewers how old you are?
I'm 40.
Because they say, man, you don't ask female their age. Why? Tony, how old are you? I want to know. That's the only way we can know it.
No,
sorry.
no. It's okay. But as you heard, she's 14 years old. So she's a young teen designer, and I admire her courage and her zest. You had some really fly designs that we saw on the runway. It was amazing. I think my favorite design had to be that fuchsia colored pantsuit that your model wore. Could you tell us what inspired your line and what you call your line? What was your vision for this?
I don't really know. I just started designing one day, like, 'cause I already had my other clothing line, Lyric Shy Couture.
Okay.
I started that one when I was 9.
Wow.
But it was more like a hobby. But then I wanted to make it more serious. I wanted to get into it and actually make something of it. So then I just got older, and unfortunately, and I drew this pantsuit, and my dad's like, little kids aren't gonna wear that. Like, that's more adult.
Absolutely.
Like, so
I would wear that
pantsuit. And then we made Nerdy Chic, and that's how the magic happened.
Awesome.
So, what are you currently working on right now? As you have 2 brands, right? So, tell us more about the brands and what are you working on with both brands?
So, Nerdy Chic is, like I said, more sophisticated, and it's for young adults and teens. But Lyric Shy Couture is for kids. It could be for adults too. I know. Like it's for everyone.
As youthful as you feel.
Yeah.
You can wear it
to everyone. But yeah, Lyric Shy Couture is more fun and vibrant. I mean, they're both vibrant, but it's more childlike.
Right.
Like
Youthful.
Like
Right.
Playful.
And Nerdy Chic is like, it's turning your nerdy and preppy, like traditional wear, into versatile and contemporary.
Nice.
And so I look at things online, like on Instagram, and I just like basically take that idea and make it my own, like with different fabrics, colors, and patterns.
Very nice. So, what designer? Do you have a favorite designer?
Not really. Not to like bring anyone down, but like I went to a camp called PNMC, it's Pure Noir Modeling Couture. It's a modeling camp, and the first fashion show I went to was there. It's what inspired me to be a designer. The designers there are just amazing. Their personalities are what inspired me because they were just like me. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Right.
It was just like their vibe.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just all the designers from PNMC. I appreciate them a lot.
Awesome. Well, shout out to them.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Shout
they
out
did
to
a
PNMC.
great job at mentoring you in the field. That's awesome.
So, what are your projects you're working on right now? Because I know that you have something big that's coming up for you. Tell our viewers more about that, and so that they can get designs from her.
Well, I'm focusing more on Nerdy Chic at the moment right now, and I'm doing more photo shoots. I'm trying to like model as well because that helps me get out there, like. Because when they see I model and I design, that would be
More
cool.
marketable.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
more marketable. Yeah, and because I just did a photo shoot recently
Okay.
with this amazing model, Hade, and she's also a photographer. So it was amazing. All the pictures came out great. And she was just like, "You're an amazing model." And I was like, "Thank you." She's like, "You should just do this. Like, it would also help." And I was like, "Okay."
Absolutely.
Like, and I love modeling. Like, that's always in my heart. So.
All right, you got the ins and outs of the whole entire fashion field. So, can you tell our viewers where they can find more info about you, whether it's a website or your social media platforms, so they can find you, check out, your clothing, and then also, maybe even order a piece or two.
Yeah. Okay, so my website is www.nerdychic.co. And for Lyric Shy Couture is www.lyricshycouture.com. And my Instagram is Lyricshyia, LYRICCHAYA. And my Nerdy Chic Instagram is Nerdy Chic 2017.
All right.
It's
Well,
on Facebook.
Okay, well, there you go. Go follow this amazing princess. She's doing amazing things in, of course, the fashion industry. If you want to hit her up, go on Instagram and get some of that. You're watching Chat It Up. We'll be right back.
My name is J. Stan McCauley, and I do business as Light Source Productions. I provide professional services in the area of strategic video communications. First, what we do is we help you craft your message using what I call the rule of the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. We do event documentation, content acquisition, full-scale productions, editing, and of course distribution through our social media television network. And with social media, video is more important now than it has ever been. Whether you're talking big business, small business, nonprofit, church, or just an individual. Let's say you're planning an event, a wedding, whatever the case may be. But let's say a big event, but no video. You spent all this time, all these hours to put this event on, and maybe 100, 200 people attend the event. But more important than that is that thousands could attend by watching it on social media. But of course, you don't think about this until after the event is over. You can't afford not to capture it for social media. And despite what people think, I am affordable. Give me a call. Let's plan your next video project and share it with the world on my social media television network. I promise you that you will have the attention of one person, me.
Welcome back to the Shut Up Show. Of course, we have an amazing author, speaker, and of course a phenomenal woman, Jennifer Mighty, chatting with us today. Welcome to the Shut Up Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Looking pretty and red, beautiful.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So Jennifer, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and who you are. We're the same thing, right?
Well, by day, I'm actually an accountant.
All right. I need to get the books in check.
I actually worked for United Technologies for about 13 years, and currently I'm the town accountant for the town of Windsor. Mm-hmm. And I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a speaker, and I also run a women's group as well.
Beautiful.
And
well, I guess she's telling me to get off the set and leave her Antonio because she runs a woman group.
First and foremost, I'm a mother of a 15-year-old.
Oh,
boy, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So he is spoiled. I can tell.
No comment. I plead the fifth, but hopefully not. You know.
So you are an accountant, author, all that wonderful thing. Now, you are currently working on something that's amazing. So Jennifer is here to talk about something good that she's about to do. So let our viewers, I'm sorry, let our viewers know what you're about to do, what you're working on right now as this phenomenal mother.
Okay. What I'm working on right now, actually, this young lady out of New York stretched me recently, and I was privileged to write a chapter in a book called Unlock Your Dreams. She actually hosts a conference called Unlock Your Dreams every year in New York. And what she did was she compiled some stories of African American individuals on how they unlocked their dreams. And so this is actually the book. It's called Unlock Your Dreams, Black Brilliance. And black is spelled this way, pretty much going back to the natural spelling, the African spelling of black, removing the C. So that's the name of the book. And I'm excited because it really stretched me, took me outside of my comfort zone.
So I have a question. Number one, that sounds amazing. It sounds like an awesome project to work on, just because we don't hear a lot about, black people, working in collaborative ways like this. And so I'm glad to see that all of you are welcome here, men, women alike, to contribute. Now, was this your first time writing this sort of material?
It was, and honestly, because I speak as well. I'm actually president for Talking Up Toastmasters in Windsor. So I speak as well. So I'm usually writing presentations, and my chapter is around the presentation that I wrote about 2 years ago called Navigating the Pathway to Your Purpose. So I'm usually writing presentations, but it is my very first time writing a chapter in a book. So that's why I'm saying, it really stretched me because it was an opportunity for me to step outside my comfort zone.
Absolutely. Now, what would you say? I don't know exactly what you have written about. So if you had to pinpoint, a few key things that you touch on in your chapter, what would you say they are? What can our viewers expect to take home when they purchase this book?
Well, I would say one of the things that I find is a lot of times people see you where you are right now and they feel, oh yeah, it's easy for you because you're there. I'm also treasurer of the West Indian Foundation. So I wear a lot of hats, but I love what I do.
Yes.
And they see you here, they see you there, and they feel your journey has been easy. So a part of my story is, because I've had conversations with people too, and they really think everything's been easy. So a part of it is really just sharing bits and pieces of my story and letting folks know, hey, I've had challenges too.
Absolutely.
I've been divorced. I've been through difficult situations as well. So it's really just an opportunity to say, we will experience challenges regardless of who you are and where you are, but it's about overcoming those circumstances. And a part of what I like to say is, your circumstance does not define who you are. Your situation does not determine your elevation, is what I like to say. And so it's really just about figuring out and navigating through those obstacles and finding your passion and your purpose in life.
Sweetness. So as you hear her speaking right now, she has an engagement. She has an event coming up that she will be gracing her wonderful self to. So tell our viewers about that and how they can be a part of that.
Okay, I will actually be the keynote speaker for the National Black MBA, the Greater Hartford chapter, and that is next week, Wednesday. It will actually be at 50 Elm, just down the street, and it's from 5:30 p.m. and my topic is moving from ordinary to extraordinary. So I'm excited about sharing that presentation next week.
Awesome, very nice, very nice. So I'm absolutely in awe right now because here you are, this fantastic speaker, author, but you also coordinate events as well. And so I have to touch on this because I feel it's a Women's History event, but it's on the cusp of Black History Month. And since we're talking about Black excellence, tell us about this event that's just for us women.
I will say that it's an event that celebrates women, but it's also for the men that celebrates us as well. So it's for the supporters of women as well.
Don't worry,
men are
Jessi, I'll bring you
also welcome. Yes. So I do coordinate those events because that's what I'm passionate about as well. And speaking of events, through my business, we also host a vision board event once or twice per year, and we actually have one in the morning as well, so I'm excited and looking forward to that. But the event that you mentioned, it will be March 31st, 2018 at the Promenade Ballroom, which is at the Chowder Pot. That's where we actually were earlier this year as well. It will be the 4th annual CT Celebration of Women brunch, and I'm excited about that. And we typically have 4 different segments. We have speakers that talk about different topics that are important to us as women. So we touch on the financial because obviously that's important. We touch on health and fitness because obviously we have to be healthy and take care of ourselves so that we can enjoy the finances. And we talk about certain other topics, but one of the main things we talk about as well is personal development, because I don't feel we can get anywhere in life that we need to be without personally developing ourselves. And so that's what the event is really about. We have performers as well. It's usually usually just a great
You want me to
uplifting
perform?
event. Our group is called Sisters Transforming and Rising, and we educate, motivate, and empower women. So I'm excited about that. Our website is www.thestarworkshop.com. So I'm really excited about it. It's my baby, and I'm just so passionate about it because I love to see other women succeed, and that's what we're all about, just educating, motivating, and empowering women.
And I can definitely see that. I see it in all that you are doing. I'm telling you that the title entrepreneur suits you to a T. Okay.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for letting us know where we can find out more about the brunch. Tell us more information about where we can find you, your social media handles, websites, whatever you may have, so that we can stay in touch.
So you can find me, you can obviously find me on my websites, thestarworkshop.com, that's my women's group. And you can also find me on my business page at jenmighty.com. And you can find me on Instagram, and we're under Sisters Transforming and Rising under Instagram as well. And I think that's it, right? That's what you asked about. Yeah.
What about Facebook? Oh,
Facebook.
Is it personal?
But that's okay.
Right.
I'm Jennifer Mighty X on Facebook.
All right, there you go. Well, I'll be Mighty while we set it up here. You're watching the Set Up Show. We'll be right back.
And it is my real name, by the way.
It is.
Beauty no longer became like a physical thing for me. It became like a internal thing.
I had to find beauty within inside of me. My beauty literally runs skin deep.
Nobody can define that for somebody else if you are being true to who you are.
I now know that beauty isn't just what you see. You know, I know that it's all about the things that you possess inside.
You know, my biggest request is that I can use my purpose to help people redefine their beauty. So I believe that the ultimate definition of love is sacrifice, but I also think that that's what makes you beautiful.
Now, some insurance companies brag that they could be on the scene of the accident right after it happens. Whose interest do they have in mind? Yours? I don't think so. You may be one paycheck between you and the street. You have 3 children, work in another town. You need that car and you need it fast. If you have an accident, call me. Attorney Jeffrey Dressler, 24/7, 1122.
Thank you. Well, of course, welcome back to the Shout It Out Show. Very excited. Of course, I'm feeling festive still because I'm the Black Santa. I was just told I have to bring this on because I was told the Black Santa just now. Thank you for calling me the Black Santa.
He's special Santa because at Macy's on 34th Street in Manhattan there is a special Santa that you can ask for, and if you'd like a black Santa, you can. Yeah, I left the dress at home. But like, if you'd like a black Santa, you can go and request Mr. Claus. That's his name.
I'm available.
And they'll send him out. So this is our own chatted up show, Mr. Claus. Here he is. Beard and all.
Thank you. I literally, yes, beard and all. Well, let's go.
No belly.
It's almost, I have belly, but easy. But yeah, let's go and talk about some motivational stuff and some soul for you guys. And Tonil and I were talking about something crazy the other day, right? And I just want to know how you guys feel about this bullying. So I'm gonna segue into that. So tell them. So this whole bullying thing that came up the other day, you were talking to me about. What exactly happened?
So a lot's been going on as of late, especially in like the past week, I want to say, with kids being bullied and it leading to, like these public cries for help, but also in some cases suicide. So I know that there was one case where, it ended up being like a fluke, where this kid, Keaton, made this Instagram video and he's crying out saying that he's been bullied and everything. So everyone's feeling bad for him. Celebrities are reposting the video, and then they discover his mom's Facebook page and they discover that his mom and him and their whole family are Confederate flag waving, gun pumping, conservatives, I'll say it that way, conservatives. But really that Keaton was not being bullied for no reason. Keaton was being retaliated against because he was using racial slurs towards black children in the school and calling them the N-word. And so that is why Keaton was being bullied, because, he was dishing it out. But on the other side of that, there were also reports the same week of this little girl who was being bullied, and some kids who were bullying her put it on that music app Musical.ly, and so they put it to music and made entertainment out of this poor little girl's bullying. She was 10 years old and she ended up committing suicide. And so, this week has been absolutely crazy with these reports of bullying and, people, most importantly, wanting to speak out about the issue. You know what I mean? When does it get to the point where we start really teaching our children not just acceptance, because I don't even know if acceptance is enough, but love. You know what I mean?
Right.
We might have different views. We might see things differently, of course, agree and disagree with certain things, have our own moral compass. But at the end of the day, we share this earth.
Right.
We share these communities. And so, at one point do we let them know, hey, even though that kid is different from you, they wear different clothes from you, they speak differently from you, they like different people than you do, that it's okay for them to be different. That's fine. Accept that, embrace that, love them in spite of their differences from you, and appreciate that so that we can have a better society. You know what I mean?
But I think it's in the home though. I don't think it's if the home is not right, then the kids go out there and they just do what their parents are telling them to do.
In some cases,
and I have experienced that where I have friends who are not my complexions and literally they're my friends, and when I hear what their parents tell them, because maybe I may be of a different class in terms of money, they will think like, okay, well, you're not black because you have maybe 5 cents more than the other black guy. So they think of you of that when their parents really talk to them like that.
Right.
And like, oh, you don't talk to that person, and you talk bad things and they're the N-word. So I think it's in the home a lot of people learn this.
Which is the case in Keaton's case. It was a learned behavior
Right.
as far as I'm concerned. But then there are other times when, you don't know what your kids are doing when they're in school. You know what I mean? They might show you they might be a completely different person at school in front of their friends than they are in front of you at home. And in the case with that little girl, they wanted to be cool at her expense. They wanted to bully her because, there was hype around that made them look good to their friends or whatever. That's how they, you know, made themselves look good in front of their peers. So honestly, I think that it comes down to this. I was just talking with someone who works in the school systems as an administrator today, and what he was saying was that, you know, between him and one of his colleagues at the school, you know, whenever they don't allow bullying to happen, they don't allow that to keep happening in their community at the school.
Right.
The kids are able to feel safe and accepted because as soon as it starts to happen, they take action. You know what I mean? They jump in and get involved so that the kids can't have that type of exchange. It's either you're going to have that exchange with this adult or you're not going to have the exchange at all. So that's what I mean. It's about us putting ourselves in situations where we see the action, we call it and stop it right there. Because kids will allow what you allow, will do what you allow them to do.
Well, hey, we just wanted to keep love, show love this season and every season.
Absolutely.
So, of course, I just want to give thanks for my wonderful princesses. Is that a word?
Yes.
You know, Lyric Miller and, of course, Jennifer Mighty for stopping and chatting with us.
Yes.
I also want to thank all of you who have been with the Chat Up Show for the past 12 months. Oh, wow. It's been
nearly
a whole...
12 months.
Nearly 12
11
months.
months.
Yes.
11 months.
11 months. As of this year. Thank you very much for everything that you guys have done for us and following our journey.
Yes,
and,
please vote for us. Vote for us. Vote for us. As you all know, we've been nominated for a CT Fashion Music Awards. For Podcast of the Year. So definitely vote for us. Yes.
What do you have to give thanks for?
I am, as always, giving thanks for life, strength, and health. Today I thought to myself, I realized I stopped today and like in the midst of my wanting to complain about one of my, you know, first world problems, I was like, wait, in December right now, I have absolutely everything I prayed for in September. Everything. I can count them all. I have everything I prayed for. And so I realized, you know, whenever we get what we want, we always want more. You know, we humans, we're greedy. And so I'm just thankful for being where I am. Okay, well, I'll speak for myself then. As a human, I can be greedy, and I realize that. So I'm just thankful to be where I am. Thankful to be right here on this seat next to you here on the Chatted Up Show.
Yes, I feel the same. So we're gonna have. Don't touch me. I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
No, you know what? I'm not hugging you anymore.
Well, this is my partner. So again, guys, this we thank you again for the journey, and of course this amazing network, the AccessTV.org, and it's with them that we're here, that you can watch all these amazing shows. And again, thank you. I hope you guys have a great year and a wonderful Christmas. Remember, my address is food, so please send some over to me for this Christmas. Thanks again for watching Shut Up Show, and as always, where do I get my friends from?
All over the world.
Thank you.
Growing up, I never felt pretty. I never felt like I was just beautiful.
I did not think I was beautiful.
I started to look at myself as not pretty because my skin was dark.
Dark skin was equal to being ugly and light skin was equal to being beautiful.
I don't know. I never felt like I was enough.
But when they saw me with makeup and with my hair all done, people treat you completely different. What is it about me? Why can't I be beautiful?